Yeah, this is why this champion's disgusting. I think he killed 3 people at once with a barrel from over half health. Really gross stuff, yeah. He's getting a fair bit of focus here as well. As you can see, Edward Gaming, they took away the Alistair and the Rise as well. A lot of sort of general bans here, just strong champions that can be used in a lot of different team comps. As Twisted Fate is the second ban from Hyper Youth Gaming. Very targeted red side bans here from HYG. Is going to mean that Edward Gaming are going to have their pick of the litter as far as first picks. Graves is standing out like a sore thumb right now, as Lulu is going to be banned from EDG.
Which is big. They're taking the Lulu away from the Rengar composition that Clearlove could have gone towards.
And Koro's going to lock away Thresh.
Yeah.
It's the first champion here. So HYG, now with a plethora of choices, Corki is available. We saw Rookie going completely ballistic with the champion before. March thinking about an Elise as his choice.
I think they should lock in the Corki. They don't need to lock in. Okay, Alistar's banned, so that's why they've gone for Thresh, you would have to say, is their next option. Disengage tool.
Yeah, but Mako does have a lot of different options. Like, could have played the Poppy, could have played all sorts of stuff.
That's really like Thresh. I think it's this happy middle ground between engage and disengage.
Well, if we think back to the last series, I mean, Kitty's definitely made things work on that Thresh. Regardless, but Corki is going to be locked in here.
They could be going all the way towards a pick composition here, EDG. Depending on what their next rotation is. Whether they choose to flex or define their composition, we will find out soon.
Yep. God 17 or SS17, whatever the heck you want to say. Locked in the Corki. But Clearlove does have the opportunity to go for the Graves and can do that. As Lucian's there for Deft, is going to lock that one in, actually. And Deft, we've seen play this champion to very, very high standards. It's going to be the double ADs locked in already.
Just going raw damage at the moment.
Yeah, they could lock in an Ezreal for pawn as well and just do the Invictus Gaming thing all over again.
They could. They definitely could. I think they'll want to see what HYG offer them first with champions. Remember, champions like Tahm Kench are still on the board. Poppy, Trundle.
Hey, that's a good point. My
all
God.
worth considering. So
many options. Well, like you said, Poppy available. Not sure whether the cannon is going to be something that they're going to lock in, as XQ thinking about Kalista. He is primarily a Kalista player. If we think back. It is going to mean that Gosu is going to be playing that Corki in the mid lane as well.
But that's not a surprise either. Gosu
no, most definitely not.
Plays the Corki, plays the Ezreal even, if it comes down to it. Basically an AD carry player.
I think it's just difficult to pick your mid laner into pawn, show your hand this early on, because he can just choose what he likes to take against the champion. Definitely an accomplished player.
I honestly like it. I now don't think he'll do it.
Oh man, that is so funny.
It is Deft after all, just trolling, but
yeah, the classic.
Think about the pick composition here. They could run with that.
Oh,
glorious!
I love this team comp out of EDG as well. Zed top, LeBlanc mid, makes a lot of sense. A lot of synergy there.
Thought it was Zed jungle mid.
Oh, sorry, Zed jungle. Graves top. Oh, actually, well, Graves top is a thing. I mean, I was being facetious for that entire period of conversation, but
definitely a thing.
Yeah. Could possibly be an option. Poppy, though, considered for the top lane here for Koro, as LeBlanc is what Pawn's decided to think about for now. Poppy locked in for Koro, and that is going to be the LeBlanc for Pawn.
Yeah, sort of a pick comp. They just have a whole lot of damage across the board. So
yeah.
I mean, in a way, what defines a pick comp? Being able to kill someone out of position.
Yeah, they can certainly do that. It's like, I don't really care about the CC to start off with. Let's just kill people. That'll pick them. We'll see what Shu decides to go with. Been a while since we saw him before joining HYG.
And you would have to assume that the top lane would be where he's going to go with Trundle, already locked in.
Yeah, unless you want to run Trundle into the Poppy. I believe we've seen that matchup
Which is okay.
Before.
It's one of the better matchups. I'm not going to say for Trundle, but you survive it better than a lot of others.
Yep.
Of course, speaking of being able to survive a Poppy matchup, Nautilus is always going to be able to do that. Seems to be the LPL favorite.
Yeah, it seems to be the pick into Poppy. Did see it horrendously not work.
I mean,
well, I guess it wasn't really that, was it? As far as Long playing into Zatai last game. I think it was the 907.
I went to write down Nautilus and almost wrote Koro.
Well, you can see the Edward Gaming lineup. The Poppy in the top lane. LeBlanc for Pawn. dangerous stuff. But over the other side, lots of tanky members. And as far as CC is concerned, they've got that pillar there, Cocoon, to really help them in the early game. You mentioned this is where Hyper Youth Gaming are able to get stuff done.
Yeah.
And with an Elise on the lineup, with the early power spike of the Trinity Force for Corki, and the fact that Callista works so well with 2 items, not to mention Nautilus existing,
yeah,
they've set themselves up.
They've got fairly early spikes here, HYG. I'd say it complements the way that they want to play this game. And saying that, EDG's team composition still going to be relevant early. Clear Love's damage will be through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to see him playing a much more standard jungler, though. Not going for the Nocturne or the Rengar.
I have a feeling that if that Lulu wasn't banned, it was first picked, and then Clear Love would have just played Rengar once again. But
most likely.
Not going to be picking that Rengar without the Lulu that we did see Dandy actually make work against HYG.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see Clear Love now in these meta junglers as well, because like you said, it was playing a little bit unorthodox last time around, and it's great to see that EDG happy to pick that one up, because Graves is such a priority at the moment.
Absolutely is.
Yeah, well, we are just going to hop straight on the Rift.
A summoner has disconnected.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
The players not moving very quickly until now. We are onto the Rift. We'll see how they decide to start this one off. As you can see, it's with a pause.
Yeah. So we start this one off with a pause.
This is not the first time that Pawns decided to pause the game very early on.
No,
Switch things around. I think it happened last time we saw EDG play. Thankfully, it didn't last very long. So hopefully we'll be back onto the Rift very, very quickly.
Does it ever occur to you that the LPL should actually be the LOLPL?
The LOLPL?
Yeah, it's the League of Legends Pro League.
Hey, that's true.
Just
Wait,
food for thought.
acronyms within acronyms, man.
Yeah, just food for thought. I don't know why I thought of that.
Should we call it the LOLPL now?
No.
Would that make you feel better?
No, because it's officially the LPL.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LOLPL.
Oh,
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good.
No, not at all. Moving on.
Yeah.
We are in a game at level 1, so...
That is true. And, okay, speaking of level 1, right? There's only a few options of things to talk about, but we now get to discuss it at length. Do you think a lane swap is something that either of these teams really want to start off with?
No. It's Callista Trundle, so they are perfectly fine disengage-based champions, and both of them, honestly, the only reason I would lane swap right now is if you can start Krugs freely, but if you're a champion that can do Gromp, like a Callista can with a Trundle, then no. Honestly, they'll both want to be happy with their 2v2s. The top lane is a tank. They've got the Nautilus to deal with Poppy as an example, and EDG probably just want to have standard lanes to unlock Clear Love's ganking capabilities, and I know Mako's a really good roaming support, but I just don't think it's actually that necessary in this particular game to utilize him to that extent. Running a jungler like Graves who wants to farm a little bit more, start to scale up, and actually don't need to waste resources where they could be in 2v2 laning. Yeah,
I like that for the fact that Mako can then utilize himself as a 2v2 support player on this Thresh, able to make those plays with a Lucian there in the hands of Deft, which is pretty devastating as far as a lane combination. I'm not taking anything away from Trundle Callista, but I have a feeling that if there are ever going to be sparks flying, Deft and Mako can make it happen on these two champions.
Yeah, 100%. Between Deft and Mako, they'll make a lot happen here. In the bottom lane, the kill pressure is always going to be there, but if I was to look at kill pressure on this map, I'm honestly going to gravitate towards the middle lane every single time. It's a Corki. We've seen Corki in the past now in the last 2 games, or almost 3 games. It's been played in all of them, but the last 2 in middle lane from Rookie, where he just went absolutely off. The aggression's there. The kill pressure's always going to be there at level 1. Champions like LeBlanc at level 1 don't really exist on the map. They're kind of just there to get farm, get level 2 or 3, where they start to develop kill threats. So looking at this middle lane in particular, I feel like the onus is on Gosu to make things happen, because Pawn can very easily get carried away in this map and all it takes is one gank from Clearlove to turn it all the way back around.
Yeah, and the thing is as well is that they don't need to land CC or anything like that in order to take this Corki off the map. It's just going to be instant burst damage.
It's funny
It's going to be
because
so frightening.
we've seen a lot of this now for some reason, is ever since everyone's going carry-style top laners a little bit more. Poppy, of course, is building tank, but I would still define as a carry-style top laner.
Yeah.
Just outputs an abundance of damage. Everyone's also going carry junglers. So we've got team compositions primarily at the moment that either have too much crowd control or no crowd control.
Yeah.
But the ones that have no crowd control all have damage. And so this really interesting dynamic between do I just do damage or do I actually lock people down relevantly? Because things like Rengar exist and can actually take you down if you don't have crowd control.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And so can Graves.
It could have been an option for March here as well, considering the lack of crowd control for this EDG lineup. But I do like the fact that Hyper Youth Gaming have gotten towards this sort of CC-heavy style. They do have the Elise now, who's not going to be focusing on farming so much in the early game as trying to get Clearlove away from his carries. And I have a feeling that March is probably going to spend some time towards that mid lane this game, because protecting Gosu, I think, is going to be very important.
Absolutely is, and Gosu's quite volatile, I'll say, as a player. As much as he wants to sit back, farm for items, do his thing, I just feel like he's actually the lane to camp. The rest of the side, they're great. 17 is honestly another good option as well. He's more of a solo queue player, but it's got a hyper carry mentality. If he gets ahead, can be a carry in the top lane, and putting him against Koro can be dangerous. Koro is quite good at working around the map, even if he's behind.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think that they can work around getting 17 ahead, but Gosu ideally has actually just been like a massive hyper carry for these guys. Games where they've been ahead early and mid, he's been doing a lot of work, but it's always when they hit that late game stage. I don't know who shot calls for these guys, but they haven't been able to consolidate it.
Yeah, it will be very, very difficult, especially with this sort of pick style comp where you probably want to be going from one champion to the next, locking down one, using the Nautilus, using that auto attack lockdown in order to get kills on each different champion. It's going to be difficult for them to make sure that they all focus the right champion down one after the other. But Hyper Youth Gaming, if there's any comp that you can actually do that with, it's with having, you know, the cocoons with the passive from Nautilus to really make that one happen. So we'll see whether they can do it. It's going to be difficult, but we'll see.
And a Trundle Callista as well. I
Yeah,
think the ability to pick, it's almost unnoticed though. If you look at their bottom lane in a 2v2, you can throw the Trundle in, he's got a pillar as well. Like, I think there's a lot of things that they can utilize to pick. My favorite interaction to note here though is I don't know how it's going to work, but Poppy's W with a packaged Corki, and does it just stop? Like, I feel like the package just has like this set distance that it has to go or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually thinking about that. Like, can you get like flayed out of it? Are you unstoppable whilst delivering the package?
That's why I was
Does
curious.
that package have to arrive? Is the question.
Tweet at SpawnLol with your answer.
He's rusty. He's not Spawn.
Hey.
I'm sick of this.
Hey.
Sick of it.
All right, look, I just have to get him back sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
says to tweet at me. The other one, it's also why they're not going to pick Rengar, is because Poppy exists. And honestly, in my opinion, you just don't pick Rengar into Poppy because you can just press W when the exclamation mark appears.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I'm just gonna get out of here.
Yeah, you do, mate. I'll just leave this one. Yeah, but just to reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a slight pause. I believe it was Pawn actually. They're trying to make sure that his computer is working and up to snuff. So we'll see whether we can get them back onto the Rift as soon as possible. At the moment, you just have to look at our pretty faces as we try and go over this level 1 that has, almost been exhausted as far as information is concerned. There are like a few other things that we can discuss. Do we think that Clearlove is going to aim for some sort of counter-ganking type style, or do you think he's just going to farm out the jungle? It's the first time we've seen him on Graves.
Well, we don't know, again, because it is the first time that we've seen him on Graves, what he's going to do. I think there's 2 different ways that you could play it, and we saw 2 different ways of it from Kid already in the last best of 3 series. One is farm for like 20 minutes. Get through, get your jungle item, go back, get Boots of Swiftness, and then go and get more jungle items with AD. And once you've got the Hex Drinker and the Dirk, or even just the Maw, start team fighting because you've generally out-farmed your opponent's jungler by then. Or you play the Game 3 style Kid that we saw, which is just invade. Use your support, if you do lane swap as an example, just utilize your support, stalk around the jungle with vision, get it down and just try and 1v1 the jungle opponent instead. And usually, when they do that, you see Boots of Swiftness come out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a really good indicator of what they're planning to do around the map. And I just mean boots in particular, honestly. If they start rushing boots first, you know exactly what their plan's going to be.
Well, we'll see what Clearlove does decide to itemize towards in the early stages. Of course, Clearlove's sort of known for either being a complete herbivore and being basically non-existent, which is sort of the old iteration of Clearlove. And then there was undefeated on Lee Sin Clearlove. And I'm really excited to see where he takes this this Graves play, because of course we did see the Nocturne and the Rengar both being relatively sort of, you need to get farm, you need to get to that level 6 before you're going to be ganking, and we'll see whether he decides to take that route with the Graves or whether it's going to be something else. But ladies and gentlemen, we are back onto the Rift. As you can see, Pawn has got a connected computer as he's moving around in the mid lane.
Yay. Woohoo! Pawn also running Ignite, so kill pressure in this middle lane compared to an Exhaust from Gosu, which I'll say...
Flavor of the month.
I will say is like a pseudo offensive item, and I know people hate the word pseudo, but it's like a fake offense item anyway. Still removes resistances and reduces damage, so it's trading based.
Yeah.
And a nice Clearlove.
Yeah, some crazy pings now onto Mako and Deft from Hyper Youth Gaming. Know exactly what's going on, as you correctly predicted. The fact that there won't be a lane swap. Looks completely fine.
Yep.
You can see 17 towards the top side. He's going to help march out, taking down these Krugs early on. And you can see Korra going to do the same.
There's a difference though. No. Clearlove's doing red.
Oh, right. He's over there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought they were just sharing pixels, as Korra's just being a ward at the moment.
So he's going to do the red alone. Graves, after all, entirely capable of doing this, losing minimal health.
Yep.
Probably just use his smite on that. And EDG's bottom lane will actually just take the Krugs themselves. Stone Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. Has to reload before doing the extra 3 damage to the red buff.
Sucks too, because he lost a bit of health.
Yeah, sad times.
But it also means that he's working towards the top side of the map. Or, you know what, just level 2 cheesing mid lane. You know what? We wonder what side of Clearlove we're going to see. Well, I would imagine this is like level 1 chains and just all in.
Oh, man.
Why does that just feel so right to me?
Wow, Gosu playing so far back here as well. A lot of respect given to Pawn, who's just going to distort in. There is the chain as well, as they've locked him down. Nice exhaust onto Clearlove as Pawn flashes forward, locks down the first blood, and is going to die. Okay.
What is this?
I don't know, man.
Clearlove's got a lot of free farm now. That's great. I don't know what you're doing. Look, when you devote this much time to a strategy, you may as well commit to it.
Yeah, it's a good point, and at least Pawn was able to lock down the kill. And Gosu's going to lose a fair bit as well, as HYG going very far forward, forces the flash out of Deft. Nice ignite down from Shu.
Mako was off warding.
Yeah.
Getting down to the vision of the blue buff. Trying to find
saying
March.
Sorry as he heads back to the lane now as well.
Yeah, of course Deft doesn't have that flash, so it'll suck a little bit more for them in this bottom lane, but...
I swear Deft has a little bit more range on Lucian than anyone else. I don't know.
No.
Just feels that way to me. I can never shoot people from that far away when I'm Lucian.
You sure you're playing Lucian?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Deft though popped his potion. You can see HYG excellent. The Q has actually popped his as well.
It's the best way to deal with a Corki, isn't it? You want level 2 pressure, where you start to win the lane, just dive him. So even out the summoner spells.
This'll do it.
I'm still just impressed, because I'm looking at Pawn right now. He's actually up a little bit in farm, which is not going to be a massive deal, but it's pushing back towards him, most importantly.
Yeah.
And they've bridged this point in the game where Corki could be overwhelming in the 1v1. And we said that around level 1, roughly.
Yeah, how do you fix that? Kill him.
Yeah. Just pretend that level doesn't exist on the map.
Yeah, nicely done. Raptor's going to be traded here by the junglers. As you can see,
actually a big
Clearlove makes
deal.
his way over.
Like, at least has to gank here.
Ooh, Pawn. To play back just a little bit. He's playing forward, though. Gosu still respecting the guy a lot.
Baiting the W. Honestly, Gosu's positioning right now is saying, use your spells on me. And it feels like Pawn doesn't want to use his spells. He wants to freeze the wave, so a lot of time wasted here.
Yeah.
HYG.
Oh, and it was actually a last-minute swap, as Shu did actually pick up the Nautilus, that we didn't actually notice.
Yeah.
So 17 going to be playing that Trundle
Oopsies.
in the top lane. Oopsies.
I feel like we've just watched it happen and just pretended we said it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Got quite confused.
Duh.
Really just realized, I'm like, hang on, wait a second. Shoot, he's not the top
Level
laner.
5 Clearlove.
Yeah, there's the knock into the wall, but not going to get the stun as God Can flash out of that, but decides not to.
They were banking
doesn't
on
need
the
to.
wall stun though here from Koro. It doesn't connect, so the damage isn't going to be there. They still chunk him out. Not enough to completely force any summoner spells as Trundle is going to be perfectly fine. He's Trundle.
Yeah.
His minions dying near him. He's getting held back.
Exactly, even has that crazy ground as well to help him with the healing. Crazy ground, that's exactly right.
I like this, by the way. EDG, they don't have vision on the map, and Mako's been sitting so far back that he can just land.
Dredgeline lands, there's the stun as Death blows the heal, but they're focusing him down. XU, oh my goodness, gets hooked up by Mako. Are they going to be able to do it? No, they're not, as he's dancing around. Mako able to lock it down in the end, but Death fell first. Klilov makes his way over. Shu might be in trouble. Mako able to get, oh my goodness, out of there. As March is able to pick it up. There's the teleport, you're right. Koro finds his way in. Klilov is saying, I'm getting so much money from this one. As March is trying to walk away, but can't get out of the end of the line, plus auto attack combo. And Klilov making that one sound like it's aptly named.
This is just the craziest game I think of. Klilov is everywhere he needs to be at the right times. Coming down to that bottom lane whilst they were fighting. Timed really nicely here, and he's now at 201 Graves. That's a scary opposition to be up against here, as the hook from Shu started off in a fantastic fashion. And again, Mako's hook in particular almost keeps Deft alive. The Ren's enough to take him down, but the play from Mako secures this. Shu's like, oh, you know, I can take you on 1v1 support or combat. Doesn't actually work like that when Klilov's here. And March gets very aggressive and goes all in for just the kill, and has used the repel to get said kill.
But he has flash.
Yeah.
He was trying to get to the... Wait.
No.
Wait, what?
I feel like he was avoiding walls on the assumption that Graves was going to hit a Q.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good point.
And
but
then
why not just flash over?
No, but then again, yeah, walked himself into the jungle. He knew Klilov had flash anyway, I would have to say. And
yeah, that's a good point.
needs to question his life on, is it worth wasting summoners for summoners? Especially when Koro's got a flank. He also gave the kill to just one person.
Yeah. It's also important to make sure that you have the flash in order to flash cocoon someone potentially. So does have that play now available.
Yeah, I agree with not using summoners.
Yeah.
He's a bit faster as well than Klilov, so Klilov only just got him.
EDG looking for this one. Death Sentence lands and in comes Klilov.
My
Look at
God.
the burst damage. What the hell?
That was disgusting.
Easiest kill of their lives.
And Klilov, again, it's on the back of Mako's hook this time. Find themselves with yet another kill. EDG, they're not that far ahead in gold, but their jungler is miles ahead of his competition. And so is mid, actually.
Yeah, look at that, 58 to 39. That's a 20 CS lead in favor of Pawn, who's going towards that Frost Queen's claim. You can see Deft actually just throwing out the culling just to stop shoot XJ from doing, XQ from doing anything. Yeah, no, just a little bit ahead. A little bit ahead. It's not too bad. He's got himself a warrior enchantment in comparison to the boots. Good. Yeah, God, Klilov. Well,
that's a big Graves.
Yeah,
we've seen Graves. We've seen Graves be big in the past. There was an 11-0-1 Graves, I believe, not too long ago that hard carried a game.
That Swift guy, pretty good, the old Graves as well.
He's pretty good. But this is a good start to be going in the exact same direction.
You can see actually, there's some assist pings coming out. Spawn's going aggressive, just grabs himself another distortion onto this minion wave. Wants to clear that one out as quickly as he can. Doesn't have Mimic for now, but sets these ones up quite nicely. Misses the chain, screws them up completely. All right, now there's the distortion. No worries. That chain was just thrown out for the swagger. He's stacking his tier that doesn't exist.
I love the play-by-play on trying to last hit minions there. That was...
Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah.
I failed it, but it's good. March is going to have his Raptor Sense triggered. As EDG knows that the jungle is down here. Blaze going to find him as well, as Mako going to make sure that Deft isn't hit by a cocoon. By offering him a lantern.
But like the immediate response here from Klilov isn't to go help bottom. He's on the other side of the map, so probably just going to look to dive.
He actually walks straight past this ward, but 17 might be in trouble. There's the stun into the wall this time as Koro able to get it. But underneath the turret, they just get the summon spell.
Yeah, so 17 flashed out of all of the bursts from Clearlove. Used the Q and the ultimate, but Pawn's there.
Yeah, so no flash available to get out of Pawn's damage. They're going to trade the dragon for the top laner.
And nor his ultimate, of course. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Gosu's going to try his absolute hardest to put some damage onto this turret. Hasn't been touched until this moment, though, so it's not going to go down.
Yep. Oh, that's
EDG.
awkward. Oh, no, they brought the Krugs away.
Yeah, it was
so the
genius.
repel wasn't used. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Gosu sheepishly here in the mid lane, saying, Pawn, don't kill me. But Cannon Creep is going to keep Pawn here for now, as Clearlove does have a pink ward available. Gosu going to pick up his blue buff, though, and head away from the EDG jungler.
I feel like Clearlove should have just went back after all of that and got his boots of swiftness.
Yeah.
Just to impact the
Or
map
maybe
more.
a
He's trying
more
to
of
gain.
Malmortius. I don't know. Like, how much money does this guy have?
I would wager not too much.
Yeah, okay. 90.
Boots of swiftness.
Yeah, get it.
And a pink ward.
God. Actually, yeah, he's got exactly enough for that right now. He's heading back towards the top lane as 17 battling against Koro. Oh, God. Pawn's here as well.
There was about 28 pings used on that bottom lane. I'm not sure how timid they'll be here. Looks like they're just going to go.
There's the ultimate. Tries to line up the stun here as Clearlove's making his way in. Pawn as well. They're going to use the damage CC to take down 17 God as... Yep. There he goes. Pawn picks up some turret aggro. Pops the passive, but they'll be fine. And EDG just capitalized on no flash.
And it keeps happening. Pawn pushes the middle lane, and then Gosu just tries to re-push it back, and they leave their top laner to just die. They don't go up to help him. That was a unique decision.
Yeah, odd use of the Valkyrie there.
You just, yeah, look. Yeah. Nice.
Well, he stumped Rusty Gosu. Nicely done.
It's all for that last hitting efficiency.
Yep. XQ though, getting eclipsed a little bit in the farm at the moment by Death. He's able to take a lantern ride towards March, who does have to use the repel. Clearlove's making his way in. There is nowhere for the spider to go, as Deft is able to nimbly jump around that one and pick up the kill.
And that was just a great hook from Mako, honestly. They put the box around him, nowhere to go, even if he aimed for a person. And EDG, they're just on top of the strategies.
Well, Gosu actually takes a full burst from Pawn, but able to give a lot back.
He's got on the package, yeah. Pawn's flirting with danger.
Oh, danger.
So summoners available for Gosu as well, none for Pawn. If they communicated that, he could fight.
Yeah, he's actually evened up the farm, as Pawn was spending some time picking up 3 kills.
Problem is he has no vision. Both sides of mid and even extended into the river are warded by EDG.
Yeah. And there's the Frost Queen's claim as well, so Gosu going to get discovered hanging around here in the mid lane. Big one goes out though. One taking a fair bit of damage. As March getting stalked by Clearlove. And Mako.
Yeah, so that's the important thing. Mako's now here to apply pressure. They've left Lucian on his own, but he's going to be perfectly fine with that. Essence Ruby would have to think.
Oh, Mako not going to get stuck in the wall.
Look at how much attention that they're now putting on that enemy jungle here, EDG, and how it has to be responded by more members of HYG. Even their top laner 17 came down to address it. And it gives Koro free time to hit the turret and Def free time to hit the bottom one, as both are going to go down at the exact same moment almost.
The thing that I really, really love about this is EDG, they've picked out HYG's weakness, right? They've realized that macro play is exactly where they're going to win this one, because HYG, they showed prowess in understanding how to play the micro game in the laning phase. Well, EDG just say, well, we're not really going to focus on that. We're just going to move around the map, kill you underneath your turrets by having man advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. They're focusing on wave clear and then strategic play, and that's where they're getting their advantages. And that's where HYG aren't answering. And once again, straight to the Rift Herald. They've already got the top turret, already got the bottom turret. They need to work mid, but they also need to try and control these other side waves whilst they do it. So the Rift Herald's a good way to do it. If you just stopped resetting it.
Yeah, that was really frustrating. As Mako and Def going to try and clear out this wave, but with 3 members of HYG hanging around, March actually looking for the cocoon. They find it onto Mako now. He's going to get exploded potentially as Def trying to dash out of the way, out of mana completely. And XQ going to pick up the kill quite nicely there as Koro he might be in trouble as well. March is going down low. There's minions available for Koro, but it's not quite enough.
Oh my god!
Instant double kill, basically, as the chain lands. And XU, he's going to die as well. The rest of HYG is here. But Pawn was able to at least clean this one up.
I think he's going to stay.
Clearlove's here as well. 17 may fall down, is going to fall down. Clearlove decided to hit a minion for a little while as Gosu very low on mana.
I still don't think Pawn's done with this.
Oh, there's the Frost Queen's claim. Clearlove floating with death just a little bit, but there's the QR combo, and Pawn locks down the unofficial almost pentakill as Koro was able to steal away one of those kills of the triple earlier on.
And yeah, basically was entirely Pawn right there as he just styled on all of HYG, even the spell selection out of this mid laner of EDG, opting to use the Q and mimicked Q instead of distorting on him. Takes him down so that he can't flash away to safety. Deft out of mana is what starts this all off as Mako under a bit of fire there. Koro kind of puts himself in the basically the middle of fire, but look at the damage he puts down before he even dies.
Oh yeah, that Q.
And this is where the flash after the distortion here as well from Pawn. Just spell selection was unreal. Even has the chains on the shoe. Takes him down. And then it's just continuing to battle them. His partner in crime, essentially, Clearlove arrives. And the damage continues, but hello.
Yeah, XQ, he's fallen down low. Pawn actually may get taken down here as, oh, he does get destroyed by March. The trade back for EDG might be huge, though, as Deft is able to get some damage across. Rockets out from Gosu, though, who has great positioning. Deft trying to dodge, takes the Lantern. Mako going to help him get to safety. EDG, they lose their mid laner, but they trade it for the bottom lane of HYG.
Even Deft just then hitting minions, trying to stop them from pushing the turret. It's not going to be enough. They are looking to trade with that top lane instead, as they do lose their mid laner Pawn, and they're now in a very awkward spot where some money back on the board for HYG. I will say that overall control still well and truly in EDG's favor, as Clearlove's still counter jungling.
I just love it. Clearlove's just in the enemy jungle while there's this big fight going on bottom lane. No, don't worry about it, guys. I'm farming.
Well, he just knew it was done.
Yeah, he's 20 CS ahead as well. Not too bad.
Pretty hard to get CS when he's stealing yours. I will say.
It's a very good point. 5-0-5 now for this Graves. Continuing to move around the map. You can see 17. That was dangerous. But EDG now able to pick up their first dragon of the game. HYG, of course, traded their top laner for the first one. So now EDG able to grab theirs.
Easy done as well. No damage really taken from them. Deft is kind of still positioning himself a little bit aggressively. Runs the risk of being focused, but he's a 1-2-7 Lucian.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter if he gets focused at this stage. He's just a wave clear bot. The rest of his team's the damage.
Yeah, I think Clearlove's the AD carry of this game.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, Pawn actually looking to go aggressive. Whoa, that's the QR combo that I remember from old LeBlanc.
Didn't even throw the chains.
Yeah.
How aggressively he's playing.
Man, actually yeah, gets the chain there as well as Frost Queen's claim goes out. Just to say, slow down, boys. He's got a Luden's Echo as well.
Yeah.
What is this build, Rusty? Explain.
It's aggressive. He's doing as much damage as he possibly can, as early as he possibly can. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go for like an Abyssal Scepter or something, just to keep going with this mid-game trend.
Yeah, potentially.
With his items.
Heads back to base now, has no room in the inventory to actually augment anything. Is just going to grab his health back, grab his mana back, and head back to lane.
Yeah, it also means he's not going to be placing any wards for his team or securing any vision.
Yeah.
So a lot of the emphasis will be on Mako right now. And you'll see Mako will probably spend most of his time placing vision.
Ooh, Gosu does have to be careful. One goes back to his distortion, so he'll be fine.
It's like HYG are trying to beat a Baron that's not available.
Oh my goodness, that scrying on timing was ridiculous, but Shu still able to lock this one down. Massive burst onto Pawn, who gets hit by the cocoon, but too much follow-up from EDG. And they're able to pick up the Nautilus. Heels popped here to try and disengage.
Ooh.
Frost Queen's claims there, nice flash. He's going to get marched to safety, but Gosu may not be as comfortable. Look at that aggression from Pawn. So much trust as Koro. Okay, he's right in the back line, still not dead somehow, but then eventually falls as the Subjugate actually does it. There's the chain. Pawn's able to lock that one down. He hasn't been above 200 health, but it doesn't matter. Deft locks down the ED carry, and EDG Doesn't matter how much danger they're in, they're still able to lock down these kills.
And you said it, look at the aggression. That's exactly what just came out of this mid laner from EDG. He has no health to his name, but still, he stays around just to do as much damage as he possibly can, even if he died. It's because he's giving his team a way to success.
Yeah.
Such smart play here from EDG across the board, all members. Mako setting everything up, Pawn doing damage, Koro's just tanking all of the members as he should be. And Clearlove's just a beast.
Clearlove's the damage, man. He's like a short-range turret.
Okay, they've got a flank here onto EDG.
Yeah, they're looking for Mako and Clearlove. Yeah, 17 just not quite in the right position as Deft was able to get it right in front of him. And teleport for nothing.
Unique strategy as we are going to see this again. Of course, Pawn turns around 4 damage and just gets hooked. Looks like he's going to go down, but his passive turns him invisible even when he's cocooned. And they can't get to him because the front line of EDG is just too strong. Forcing flashes out of March as well here as the Valkyrie from Gosu sets themselves up to continue this. As Pawn actually is what secured that. And speaking of Pawn,
oh my god!
that was disgusting.
XQ exploded! And Pawn knew exactly where it was going to be. March now in trouble as well as Pawn once again. Wow! Dodges out of the way of the packages. Gosu is trying to lock down Pawn. Does get it in the end, but Deft is going to get him back. Pawn has got his dancing shoes on today, man. Even though he fell down, I mean, it looks so cool.
It's as simple as him already having the damage dealt before he dies. It doesn't matter if they focus him after he's already killed a target. That's essentially LeBlanc's job done.
Yeah.
But they have to kill him, and that leaves Deft to do damage. It leaves Clearlove to do the exact same thing. 17's unavailable without that teleport. They can just take down these turrets.
Yeah, they're trying to trade an inner turret for an inhibitor turret, but that's probably not going to be worth it now. As EDG are going to rip through this one. You can see rapid fire cannon on Deft. He's got the full cooldown reduction of that one with his Essence Reaver, as well as those boots of swiftness. So 30% CDR plus lots of movement speed. Able to rock that inhibitor very hard.
No, they are.
Oh, there's the Descendants. Nice Fate's Call is going to save the support, but March just gets exploded. Collateral damage there as well as XQ. He's trying to dash so quickly. Gosu now over the top. Koro in trouble. He's going to die. It is eventually going to be Clearlove locking down that kill, but there's the culling. Gosu getting melted apart. Deft! The perfect amount of damage, and Clearlove right underneath this turret. He tanked it for the entirety.
He just walked it out.
Oh
no
my
worries.
god. Pawn doesn't actually find the Mimic Distortion there, so 17 is going to be okay. And EDG, they're just styling now.
Yeah, the turret's doing more damage than HYG's entire roster. As EDG is now working the second inhibitor of the game.
Yeah, there's the chain. Lands onto 17, but he's not going to get caught up. Able to put down his ground, and he'll be fine. Cocoon hits a minion, so that minion ain't going anywhere. But the inhibitor is going to fall. So that's 2 inhibitors now for EDG. 26 to 10 in kills, and that is a 12,000 gold lead, Rusty.
12,000, 10-0-7 Graves. As he's now vying for the title of the best Graves KDA in the LPL. Of course, he has to compete with the 11-0-1. I'd say he's ahead of it now.
I'd say by about 6.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Approximately 6.
Just has to not die, in other words.
Yeah. Like, he died once. That doesn't impede. Although, if we're going to talk about his total KDA, then it will.
We're not going to. Again, it'll give him a stat if he dies, so that will work more beneficial.
Yeah, definitely.
Why are you hitting that minion? He's not fighting back.
Jerk. March, though, able to at least pick up some of his jungle now. HYG looking to try and consolidate, but it's looking so hard. EDG now with 2 inhibitors down, getting some vision around this Baron buff, and it's now business as usual for this EDG roster.
Koro has his teleport too. Recalling, you would imagine, for an item.
Oh, 17. Pretty tanky with that Spirit Visage.
He did ulti.
Yeah, Deft throws out the culling though, soaked completely by Shu, who is able to use that shield, so not a lot of permanent damage to this HYG roster.
But it's so simple, they burst him out. Pawn's always going to have health. They know that the Trundle has to recall, and they start the Baron. They're not going to be able to do it though.
They don't have a lot of really tanky members. Koro does need to be here. Oh, he's actually got the flank though. Gosu now in trouble. Can't use the Valkyrie to get out. Gets exploded by Pawn, who gets exhausted for nothing there. Now 17 gets... Oh, what? That's a tanky Trundle.
Pop.
Yeah, Pop is exactly it. Same thing goes for the Callista. That's a double kill now for Pawn, and they may say, screw the Baron, let's just win the game.
The gold lead can't stretch much further before there's no objectives left for EDG to take. The minions are now pushing their way to the top and middle. These
This
two
is
turrets are all
winning.
that's left. So easy for EDG to execute on this. That's going to be a game.
Yeah, both of the turrets fall down. Pawn able to land another chain as well on the Spider Lady, but you can't protect your Nexus if you're up in the sky. And HYG, they fall in pretty emphatic fashion to an EDG lineup that is looking well and truly back here in the LPL now that Clearlove's on the roster. 10-0-9 in the end for this guy. And you're right, he exploded into the KDA rankings last time around. And I have a feeling he's only going to be improving now. I believe it was 8.3. Let's add 19 to that. It's not how it works, but you know what I mean.
But absolutely right, of course. That was a pretty easy game for EDG, to say the least. We're going to be watching this all again. One of the few fights where HYG looked like they had their eye in to victory.
Yeah.
And they get quite close here as they do take down Def. But this is where the cavalry starts to come back in. Mako coming up big. Clearlove coming up bigger.
Most definitely. And like after that flash, things did look a little bit better for March, but then Clearlove even got more fed. Look at that. Distortion flash. Mimic distortion flash, and then heads back to his original distort position
Gets
to lock
another
down the
distorter.
style
This
chains.
keeps happening.
Phew.
Pawn was playing so well this game. This is another case of Clearlove being in the right place at the right time. And this kill here was all spell selection from Pawn.
Yeah, even
Instead
after
of
the
using
flash.
a distort. Knew he had flash up, just presses Q and R, takes him down.
Really fantastic play. And I have to say that it's great seeing Pawn playing like this, because when, you know, Firelolly was on the roster in the first week, Pawn even looked a little bit out of sorts while he was on the Rift. But this is the style that we're expecting from this guy.
Yeah, it definitely is. Just working around the outskirts of team fights with no health. And this is the last bullet, by the way.
Yeah, the
Takes
last
him down.
bullet.
Just insult to injury right there. This EDG side, after that 1-0 victory, wow.
Yeah, the style is
Yeah.
coming out right now. And we were questioning Clearlove. I was, maybe. I mean, you weren't. But I was questioning Clearlove. I mean, he picked up the sort of unorthodox picks in the first series that we saw him back in. But now plays the Graves, and I think he can play it. Yeah, I think 10-0-9 is going to prove that one.
Could have
Just
fooled
quietly.
me. No idea he could play that. That was really
Whoa.
good from Clearlove.
Yeah, really, really impressive play. But we are going to go to a break, ladies and gentlemen. When we're back, we'll see whether HYG can fight back against an EDG roster that are looking nigh unstoppable.